Oh, that's some good ass pizza. Best pizza in the whole wide world. Don Caesar's. Don Caesar's. Don Caesar's. Good shit. Good shit. We will hit you back in a little bit here. Have a little family pizza. Pizza, pussy. Nah. What up? 2 people watching, huh? Is it the cucks from Wayne, Michigan, or is it the OGs from Wayne? Is it the Waynos or the... Well, I don't know what you call these. Other motherfuckers, I don't know. Simpletons, cucks, I don't know what you call them. I don't know what you call all these bums. I don't know. Bums, cocks, degenerates, parasites. I don't know. Whatever acronym or label or pejorative you prefer. Yeah. Don Caesar's, baby. What up? Shavin Mishra. B4C. What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Pizza. Don Caesar's. America's pizza. Just like Natty Daddy's is America's beer, Don Caesar's is America's pizza. Which country, bro? Oh. The United States of America. Wayne, Michigan. The city of Wayne, Michigan. Lovely Wayne, Michigan. And we are referred to it, well, the ones that aren't, degenerate, you know what, we call ourselves Waynos. I'm a Montuckian, though. That's where I'm from. I'm from Montucky, Michigan, Montcalm County. That's where I'm from originally. Central Montcalm Hornets. But I graduated a Fulton Pirate. That's in Middleton, Michigan. That's literally in the middle of BFE. Bumfuck Egypt. What is your favorite sport? Well, that's a good question, actually. Used to be football. For a long time, it was football. American football. But, I'd go with American football. I'd say that's probably my favorite sport. I like combat sports like fighting, UFC, boxing, but As far as a sport that I've most followed throughout my life, American football, um, basketball. I used to, not so much anymore. What's your opinion on cricket? What's cricket? Are you talking about the sport? What's cricket? Oh, um, yeah, it's all right. Better than soccer. Good shit, Ryan. I like Don Caesars for the win. If you get it piping hot, fresh out of the oven, Don Caesars is fucking where it's at. Let me tell you. So, I don't know. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose to get the best pussy. What can I say, you know? What can I say? Sometimes you just gotta crack a natty daddy, right? Have a little pizza, have a little family pizza, and crack a natty daddy, right? And sometimes that's all you can do, you know? Take whatever bullshit life gives you, whatever injustice life gives you, or the courts give you. In my context, the 29th District Court, the 29th District Court of the city of Wayne, Michigan, have purporated several injustices towards me. The City of Wayne Police Department, City of Wayne Fire Department, the City of Wayne City Hall, City Council, City Government. But, you know, you gotta take what good you can find with all the bad and keep on keeping on, right? You know about Virat? I don't know what the fuck that is, dude. Virat Chloe? Who fucks that? Who is that? Who is that? I don't know. Too lazy to look it up. Who is it? Oh. I mean, that's great, man. I'll check him out. I know I fucked his name up. But you know, motherfucker tired eating that little Caesars. Official pizza sponsor of the Super Bowl. I mean, that's that is true. Natty Daddy. Natty fucking daddy. Natty daddy. Who does not love the one, the only Natty Daddy? As far as I'm concerned, if you don't love Natty Daddy, you're not a true goddamn American. And you really can't be trusted. You know. No, I wouldn't go that far, but Natty Daddy is legit. It's legit. Man, if these would have been out when we were kids, oh boy. Old boy McFarland might not have made it. He might not have made it through the military or just anywhere, but no, we don't love it that much, right? But we do love beer. Beer is good, in moderation, of course. Just like anything, right? Moderation is key. But beer is not for everybody. Alcohol is not for everybody. A lot of people shouldn't be drinking. A lot of people shouldn't be smoking weed. They don't need to. But somebody else's personal problems shouldn't infringe upon the rights of everybody else's. And we should be able to enjoy thoroughly some of the vices and some of the substances that are put on earth by God. And of course, in moderation, responsibly. Definitely not any sort of drinking to the point of intoxication. That's a sin. It's definitely frowned upon, but you really shouldn't drink to the point of intoxication, right? Having a beer or two, or even three sometimes is fine, but I wouldn't go beyond that, right? Obviously, if it's a night to remember and you're at a safe place and a safe environment, sure, you're allowed to have your fun and just be respectful and be lawful, right? But some people should stay away completely. Other people, in moderation, of course. Things are okay, but we definitely don't want to promote drug abuse, right? We definitely don't want to promote drug misuse, substance abuse or misuse, but having a joint after work, having a beer or two, nothing wrong with that. Fundamentally, nothing wrong with it. Now, for some people that are addicts, right? No, one is too many, 1,000 is never enough, right? So, in those particular contexts, some people shouldn't consume substances at all. But that's not the majority of the population. The majority of the population can safely consume alcohol and consume, cannabis and other substances, but depends on obviously your medical history and a lot of factors, but definitely not anti-liberty by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely don't think that non-violent drug offenders should be locked in cages. Definitely don't support that. I don't support any prosecution of a victimless crime. I think that is the chief evil of cruel, cruel and unusual punishment. And yeah, it just country's got some problems, but they can be solved. I think, but I don't know, guys. Let's get to the point where You can vote it out if they don't put who you voted them out for in prison, right? If they don't put the guy you're voting to to change the status quo, right? Um, then yeah, it's it's dog eat dog world out there, guys. Unfortunately, and I try to display otherwise to people, right? Um, Basically, let people live in my house for free that otherwise would have nowhere to go. Um, I don't know. Do a lot for people, right? So do a lot for people, and a lot of people deserve a fair shake, right? A lot of people deserve redemption and a chance to make things right. But unfortunately, we live in a world where increasingly the consequences of the consequences of challenging the status quo are becoming bigger and bigger, right? The consequences are becoming greater and greater for challenging the status quo. And when you're challenging the status quo, let's just say it's a very stressful experience, right? When you're calling out corruption, when you're actively putting yourself right in the middle of it, you're meddling around in it, right? I mean, it's a kind of a surreal experience, right? I mean, but it's a necessary experience that somebody has to undertake if we're gonna say that we live in a free society, or at least if we're gonna you know pay lip service to that idea, right? Then we gotta be willing to fight the good fight every now and again, and you know rise to the occasion and answer the phone when duty calls, right? And that's what service is all about, right? Um, Service isn't about having a job with benefits and a pension, retirement, and this and that. And um, service is about doing what's right, no matter what the consequences are, um, and being beholden to the truth and nothing but the truth. And the concept of justice, right? Where the truth is analyzed, exposed, and put at the forefront of the discussion. The context, right, that led up to an incident or incidences, right? To reference a bond violation or a probation violation, but not reference, well, how did we get this in the first place, right? How did we get this in the first place? And to not be able to have access to the information of what led up to the encounter, right? I mean, that is truly a horrifying thing to go through, right? And to know that it's unlawful and it's illegal as fuck, and to still continuously be subjected, right? Subjected to that abuse of process, right? And to have justice delayed, right? Because justice delayed is justice denied, right? And it's shameful. It's shameful that any human being, any American citizen would have to go through um, an experience like that. So I uh, I hope one day we can all agree to disagree, right? but I don't. That world is becoming ever more and more bleak as the days and the years go on. America's in trouble, judicially speaking, socially as well. America's in big trouble, and it seems like the more I try to challenge it and speak out against it, the more that it accelerates the decline of it. So, as the great Aaron Clary has written about, Mr. Aaron Clary off of YouTube, author Aaron Clary, um, you know, we have to come to the realization, guys, that you got to enjoy the decline. And that's what life's about, right? America's in a free fall decline. The Trumper is somewhat slowing it down in some regards, but the damage is already done, right? I mean, it's kind of like when you spend, 5 months, 6 months of your life is just ripped away from you, or more, right? Some people have been falsely accused of crimes and spent decades in prison. I mean, that's a horrific, traumatic, life-altering event that really no amount of money could ever fix, right? No amount of money could ever replace the time lost and, the money lost. I mean, is tenfold. Um, what you lost from the experience, right? What I lost, right, was a lot more than time, but time was one of them. And there isn't really an amount of money that you can provide to someone to vindicate that, right? To make that wrong a right. You can try, and definitely appreciate that. Definitely wouldn't mind that, but there's a lot more to it than that. What it boils down to again is having dominion over your property, having dominion over your home, right, and your land, right, having the ability to choose who comes and goes, right, and who stays, and having the ability to tell a motherfucker no, and being able to escape from the ever encroaching tyrannical government, who's just eager to check on you and check on you and check on you. The city of Wayne's broken into my house 6 times without a warrant, 5 of which to enforce laws that don't even exist. And then the last one that just occurred on May 9th of this year, 2026. It's just like, when does the tyranny end? When does the tyranny become so egregious that any response deemed necessary is appropriate, right? What does a human being have to do to have dominion and sanctity in their household and over their land, right? Like, what does a human being have to do to get that? That is the question that this channel will hopefully answer for you. And hopefully that answer will lead to, bigger and better questions. And, it's going to lead to a cascade effect, right? Because it's just unacceptable, guys. I mean, it's just unacceptable that we as Americans, as human beings, have to put up with this garbage. Right, because some tyrant hijacked the legal system, or tyrants rather, and they've basically created an environment to where they stack the deck. They always win. It's like the house always wins, right? It's like at the casino, except in the casino sometimes the player wins. In this formula, it's like a casino that's cheating, right? The casino already has the edge. They don't have to cheat to make money. They just got to be able to ride out the variance, right? And but this stuff is worse than that. I mean, this stuff is just outright fraudulent. It's like somebody, having some insider knowledge, right? And all, and that's all politics is, right? I mean, you look at these corrupt politicians in DC and it'll blow your mind. I mean, these people go into office broke and leave with $100 million, and we're all supposed to believe that that's organic, and that's you have $180,000 salary in Washington D.C., which isn't going to go as far as you think it will, and then to also accumulate tens of millions of dollars seemingly overnight, right? It begs a few questions. Let me say that. Obviously, no surprise to anybody. Are you going to rec tonight? No, why? What's that rec? What, the Hype Center? Big Mike audits. Nothing's gonna change. Are you recording the police tonight? I mean, I should. I could. I mean, fuck it, Why not? Are you recording the police tonight? I mean, it's kind of cold as fuck out tonight, to be honest with you. I know that's not a valid excuse, but I'm just going to say I feel like a pussy tonight. I didn't even work out in my yard today like I said I was going to. So, it's my birthday at midnight. I'm taking the night off, but I am premiering a video. Well, shit, dude. Come over and get a cake, dude. I got a cake for you. I got a 5-pound ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. Come get your birthday present, motherfucker. My birthday was the 11th. Yeah, but where are you located at, Mike? You're not by Wayne, Michigan. You're in you're in a way different zip code. But happy birthday, you big sexy motherfucker. Big Mike audits. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Yeah. I mean, how far are you from Charlevoix? Or Arbor Spring, right? The big 45. Damn, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations, buddy. I mean, yeah, but when you say up north, I mean, that could mean like Kalkaska. That could mean Mecosta County. Big Rapids, Clare, Gaylord, Roscommon. I could be like the Upper Peninsula. I mean, my understanding of how it's supposed to go. Yeah, see, when you say what I'm used to hearing, I've lived in, central Michigan my whole life, or downstate now, and when we say up north, we're talking about like the northern part of the mitten. The UP is its own separate category, right? When we say like we just call it the UP, But if you're up north, that just means like from basically Traverse City, Petoskey, Alpena, Ludington. Tawas City. Yeah, like that's up north. Clare, Mount Pleasant, Kalkaska. You're not actually up north until you cross the bridge. I mean, I don't know. I thought the UP is just the UP, right? Like that's how I thought it worked in Michigan. But I don't know. Maybe I'm a uneducated homosexual. I don't know. Could be. I don't think so. But I don't know. Sometimes I'll be honest, guys. Sometimes I wish I had the ability to be a homosexual because I've been the victim of some pretty nasty women. Now, to be fair, my wife has been great to me. Um, so it all balances out. But sometimes I wish I just was gay or could be gay. Had the ability to stomach being gay. Because it really would have made life a lot simpler. But I just uh, I just don't have it in me, right? No pun intended, but I just don't have it in me even to be a top, right, like definitely not a bottom, definitely not, but a top even, right? Like it's just nasty, bro. So, um, unfortunately, I guess, well, fortunately for me, but unfortunately for the simplicity of life itself, right? Because men are a lot more easier to negotiate with, to reason with, in general, right? And but no, I just like pussy way too much, right? I've had pussy addiction for basically my whole life. You know, so it's an addiction just like anything else, guys. Um, but yeah, I mean, women are not the easiest people to deal with at all. And they've been the source of many of life's problems in the past. And so, like I said, I got a good wife now. Knock on wood. I've had a good wife. But I don't know. I in some ways envy you know the LGB community because it's when I was in school, it wasn't that long ago. Um, we didn't really care about it, but it wasn't something like that people celebrated, right? Like we didn't celebrate being gay or whatever, but um, definitely noticed that a lot less people had problems with women being gay or lesbian or bisexual than men, for sure. I've always noticed that. Um, but I think it's just about like how you go about it, right? Like if you're flamboyant and fucking weird about, just your sexuality in general. I guess like you can be in like, if like how to how to joke, I guess, but I don't know, dude. A lot of fucking weirdos, dude, that make their sexual identity like their whole personality. And that's fucking weird, right? Like that's just fucking weird. You know, um I used to have a friend, right, who was all about Mexican women, like to the point to where it was fucking weird, right? Like this dude, he had a girlfriend who wasn't even full blown Mexican, mind you. She was half Mexican, half white, half Mexican, right? And he's like, obsessed with Mexican pussy because apparently she had a good one. And I tried to explain to him, like, just statistically, that not every Mexican's gonna have a good pussy, right? Like, it's just not how it works with any race, right? And there's too much variance and shit. And he just couldn't convince him otherwise. Like he was so fixated on Mexican pussy that it basically became his identity. And it started to weird me out. So I had to quit talking to the guy because, we'd like, we'd go out like to the club. We were young, we're like 18, right? Like trying to pick up chicks and shit, just trying to get sucked up like a vacuum, like any other, 18, 19-year-old something, young buck, right? And Yeah, it just got weird, like, and like, this guy, like, he had a girlfriend throughout most of the time I knew him, and he was trying to cheat on his Mexican girlfriend, even though he claimed Mexican pussy was the best. But then he's trying to cheat on her with any pussy he can find. Like, he was just a sex addict, but he was like, obsessed with it. So I had to cut him off because I like good pussy as much as the next guy, but this guy spent his last dollar trying to get some pussy and failing, and still, it's like, you see those guys at the casino that spend every dollar they have, right? They get their check and they go blow it at the casino. It was like that, but with this guy, it was pussy. It was just Mexican pussy. It was weird, weird scenario. So films edits or film edit S50 S5 or 6591. Say man, what's up, bro? Say man, what? I don't know, but if he had just dated Miss Michigan. Yeah, I mean, what was really fucked up about it too is like he was a decent looking guy, no homo, but like, he's like 6'4", always had a fucking 8 pack, right? Never worked out for it, just naturally had one. And he's tall, right? So, and he's got blonde hair. So you're like, dude, I mean, and he's got blue eyes, and you're like, dude, you're good to go, right? Like, what the fuck? And he had a decently attractive girl at the time, and but he thought, and he knew he could do better or whatever, and he wasn't satisfied with her. Just weird motherfucker, and I try to explain to him, right? Like, you know, you shouldn't have to try this hard, right? Like, because he was a try hard, right? That's ultimately why he failed getting pussy so much. Was he didn't know how to manage his money for one, but like he had an addiction, dude. I mean, he just had an addiction to gambling, but he had addiction really to pussy and Mexican pussy at that, right? Even though there was a chick in high school, right? She was kind of like an Instagram thought before Instagram thoughts really existed. And there was this platform called Meet Me. I don't know if it's still around. It probably is. But this was like back in the old Instagram days. I think this might have been pre-Instagram, but I'm not 100% sure if it was or not. But there was like Plenty of Fish, Baidu, Meet Me, or I think it was, right? But this chick was on all of them, right? And she was hot, right? At the time, to be fair, she was a hot Mexican, right? She was like authentic Mexican, south of the border Mexican, and you know, amazing titties, amazing ass, and well, not really much ass to be fair, but really, really nice titties, and phenomenal pussy. Right, I'm not gonna lie, that was some good Mexican pussy, but this dude I knew, right, he was chasing her for a long, long time, and I don't know how, but she ended up deciding she wanted to fuck me a couple times. And I mean, it just devastated him, right? He spent like years chasing this girl, and then like I spoke to her on Meet Me, I think it was. I ended up going to her house, and then she let me smash, she let me clap those cheeks a few times, and boy, when word got around, holy fucking shit, dude, that was like, this dude talked mad shit about me, got her to break up with me. This was like my best friend at the time, right? So this was like, the type of shit that just it blows your mind, dude, thinking about it. You know. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of lucky, Zan, that you got in the game before all that shit popped off, right? Because there it's like it's crazy now, like because it's Tinder and Plenty of Fish, or Tinder and Bumble. Those are the two main ones now, but back then they had like these other ones, right? That were just, it was kind of like the pre-smartphone era. I mean, we had smartphones, but they weren't that good. And yeah, it was a frenzy, dude. It was a free for all. I would say that I probably got probably at least half of the pussy I got in my life. I got from dating apps. Um, it was just like, I don't know. I guess it was good timing. I don't know what it was, but there was like a 3 year period where it was insanity. Like when Tinder first came out and Bumble first came out, it was just absolute insanity. Um, how much pussy and how frequently it would just get thrown at, and like I said, I'm 5'7". I'm reasonably, not repulsive looking, we'll say, but I'm just an average motherfucker, right? If I go to the gym, work out, get in shape, I can pull a baddie here and there, but definitely, you know unless you're like just some woman's ideal type, which there's a fish out there for everybody. There's a match out there for everybody. So a lot of it's just a lot of the dating world or the dating scene. It's just timing, right? Like um, I went to Colombia. I've been to Dominican Republic, and I mean you have to like literally like fight pussy off of you, or at least I do over there, right? Because it's just like different dynamic. You're American, whatever, what have you. And so they're just looking for something different. They're just tired of the typical Dominican bomb, and you know, um, you're obviously different, and I don't know. It's just it was a blessing and a curse, right? Because I guess ultimately it led me to my wife, so that's good. But I would have preferred not to have gone through some of that, because yeah, I mean, I did have a lot of fun on it, but I did meet some not so let's just say vindictive women. We'll say malicious, or we'll say vindictive and petty, right? And um, but I don't know. You gotta take the good with the bad, right? It's like joining the army. Going to military college. Yeah, I was married when I first entered the army. But then, you know, when I got out, when I went to military college, I mean, I was back to being a bachelor. It was fun time, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy the stability of a long term relationship, but it's definitely not without its challenges, and sometimes you know, especially back then, right? I mean, I didn't have any intention of never not being a bachelor, so yeah, the barrack bunnies can be fun. Yeah, I mean, they can be, but they can be very dangerous too. Um, it was more so like girls in other units. Um, girls off base, civilians, right? You're a military dude on base, or living off base, and locals and shit, right? I had a lot of fun down in Georgia, um, when I was single. I mean, it was insane, to be honest with you. The amount of pussy that was just like tossed at me, from South Carolina, from Georgia, a lot of Southern belles, um, a lot of different diversity, right? A plethora of women. But man, I mean, just some of the nicest, most pleasant women you'd ever meet in your life. And, it's a shame, right? Because it's like, damn, um, I definitely could have fucked that bitch a few more times. You know what I mean? Like some of them. I mean, some of the titties were just unbelievable. I mean, it was like triple G, no sag to them at all, type titties, and you're just like, my God, like this is just insane, right? But definitely no complaints from me. I motorboated the fuck out of those titties for what seemed like days, but um it's like it was fun. It was a good experience, but then you kind of grow up, I guess, a little bit, and you're like, damn, Can't just go motorboating and titty fucking, big busted women whenever I want now, I mean, I guess I could, but I wouldn't want to do that to my wife, unless, of course, she allows me to do it, If she, like, maybe she records it and I just, become OnlyFans star, maybe I'll just start doing OnlyFans. Fuck it. I'll just be an OF playa, but nah, shouldn't have to, but I don't know, guys. These lawsuits ain't gonna pay for themselves, so if I gotta go on OF for a while, hope you guys can understand. I didn't sell my soul, but daddy's got to eat and daddy's got to pay for these lawsuits against the bums of Wayne who have fucked us over for seemingly so long. But good experience, good times. I recommend every single man should be a passport bro for at least a year or two. Go get some foreign pussy. Go have fun. Go experience some different culture, right? Some different women that you haven't been exposed to, that'll treat you way better than the average American woman. I mean, there are good American women out there, but it's not the norm anymore, unfortunately. I don't think good American humans is really the norm, unfortunately, anymore. Not to say, like I said, I think in Wayne, I think there's a disproportionate high number of decent people, hardworking people, excluding government workers, of course. But I think by and large, the United States in general, it's half degenerate at this point, or at least a third, right? 25% of the population is Democrat. So that is a problem. And it's a problem for a few different reasons. The main reason that it's a problem is, Democrats breed degeneracy. And Republicans, by and large, are just cucks, and they don't really stand for anything, except for money, right? They like money, but both parties like money. It's the uniparty, the Democrats and the Republicans, the uniparty, and no bueno, guys, no bueno. But stay away from the pussy addiction. Stay away from the barracks bunnies. Go find you something that you can take home to mom and be like, hey, mom, check it out. This is my message to young men. Go explore, right? And find something that you can bring back to America and brag about, right? And be like, hey, my wife actually takes care of my children and instills the values that I want instilled in my children. She stays hot and she does whatever she needs to for the family, and does it, seemingly effortlessly, right? And well, here's Zanron. Find a girl that doesn't mind if you're working at T-Bell. If she can love you when you're broke, she will love you when you're rich. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck T-Bell's got to do with it, though. I don't know why you got to talk shit about T-Bell. No, I'm just joking. But, yeah, I mean, obviously, that's important. And you're more likely to find that overseas, unfortunately. You got to go to some of these, countries that are, maybe off the beaten path a little bit. South America, Central America. And, yeah, I mean, T-Bell, that's where it's at, Had a lot of good times at T-Bell. Had a lot of fun with some barracks bunnies in the Army, and then have them take me to T-Bell. Have them fuck me and suck me all night long, and then take me to T-Bell and buy me food on top of it. And do all the driving. I mean, that's like that's the type of Southern belles we're talking about. And yeah,
that was a good time, right? And then to just have the option of like hitting up another, you know, moderate to very hot woman, and just having the time of your life, right? Just basically just like the city of Wayne dominates the dominion, the sanctity of my household. That's how the Southern Belle lets you dominate her, and you're like, damn, just total obliteration. Except the difference is everything I did was consensual, whereas the city of Wayne engaged in molestation, because it wasn't consensual. So that's technically molestation. But yeah, definitely recommend. Definitely recommend it to all the men out there, all the young men especially, man. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for you know a gold digger, right? Which you gotta look out for that too. Not every woman overseas or anywhere is gonna be good or bad, but you gotta play the odds, and I'm telling you that Dominican pussy is the best. That Colombian pussy's the best. That Paraguayan pussy's the best. No, I don't know. I guess it could be. Should be. Better than what you're gonna get here, let me tell you that. All you're gonna get here is a fat bitch who's probably a burner, right? Who's probably a burner. And you know, gonna divorce grape you, right? Gonna grape you in the divorce court and take all your shit, take all your money, your house, your car. You know, no, fuck all that. Fuck all that. That's not a good scenario. But yeah, Zanrod, bro, come get your fucking cake, dog. Before I come to your house, I can't. I've been drinking. I can't leave the house. I gotta sober up, man. I drink a half a beer, bro. That's one real beer. That's one regular beer, damn near. See, the Natty Daddy doesn't pretend to be something it's not. That's why we love Natty Daddy on this channel. Um, got a new comment. Prakash Basmateri. Cheers, bro. Hi. What's up, bro? Where are you from? Cheers to the Natty Daddy, America's beer. The Natty Daddy. This is Natty Daddy Beer Talk. I am your host, as always, DeVincent A. McFarland Sr., aka Versace Vince. Well, right now I'm DeVincent McFarland. Now I am Versace Vince. And also known as Wayne County Audit, soon to be Accountability Audit. Thank you, City of Wayne, Carolyn Miller, for that name. That's what you mocked our good friend Josh Abrams at Accountability for All. You mocked his channel on the record and called it Accountability Audit. So we are definitely gonna take that and roll with it. So we appreciate that. We appreciate that suggestion, Accountability Audit. We actually like that. AA. So you're gonna be going to AA, not Alcoholics Anonymous. You're gonna be going to Accountability Audit. So we do appreciate giving us that free information. Bro, where are you from? I am from the United States of America. I am from the most corrupt city in the state of Michigan, Wayne, Michigan. The city of Wayne, Michigan, the most corrupt municipality in the entire state of Michigan, probably in the country, one of the most corrupt, um, especially per capita. When you're talking about the size of Wayne, it's like 3 square miles, and it's like 17,000 people, supposedly, according to the census. And boy, it's just a corrupt shithole, man. My property's really nice, though. I bought a property a couple years ago. Kind of fell into it. Kind of was like a once in a million type of deal, and qualified for a VA loan. Got basically paid to buy the house. Right, I got a commission. I got cut a check to buy it. Paid all my closing costs. My realtor gave me half of his commission back. So I actually got paid to buy this house. So don't know how it happened. It just, like I said, God was looking out for us, and we we love it. We love the people of Wayne. We love our neighbors, and we love our boy Zan, Ron 6057. He's a local Wayno. We love a lot of people from Wayne. Bro, what you doing? What you do for a living? Um, well, I fell trees. I'm a logger. I'm a logger. Um, I run an eBay store, disabled vet source on eBay. Um, Semi-retired. I'm a disabled Army combat veteran. I'm a wildlife conservationist. A father of three. Um, and then an auditor, a constitutional auditor, YouTube streamer, journalist, citizen journalist. I don't know, kind of dabble in a lot. Split firewoods. I sell firewood to people that need it. Pretty much do anything, right? I like to work, stay productive, and running for mayor of Wayne, Michigan, 2028. So, kind of do a lot. I don't know. I want to make international friends. Where are you from, dude? You're not from the USA. Where are you from? International friends, that could mean a lot of different things. I don't know. What's that mean? You got to be more specific, buddy. English is not your first language, I take it. Oh, from India. What's up in India, bro? What part of India? ICE coming, bro. I don't know. If you're lawful, ICE ain't gonna fuck with you. They might. Nobody's perfect, right? But I think you got much better opportunity at the federal level than you do at the local level, for sure. No, I mean, I'm not saying ICE is not saying ICE is the good guys, but I think out of all law enforcement, I don't think, obviously I'm not an illegal immigrant, so. But yeah, if I was an illegal immigrant, I would definitely find ICE's presence to be rather alarming, right? But yeah, incoming. ICE is coming. I hope they are. I hope they get some of these illegals off the fucking streets. Because I don't mind lawful immigrants. I don't mind people that come here legally and, get properly vetted and, you know, comply with American culture. In India, bro, northeast Assam is the best place to visit. Damn, dude, you from a good spot in India, huh? Might have to go check that out. Might have to go check that out. Is there places in India where people don't shit in the streets? I hope so. I hope so. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You motherfucking Indians kind of scared me. Kind of scared me, dude. Some of you motherfuckers. Uh, some of y'all are all right, but some of you are fucking just fucking Harold and Kumar, right? Fucking Kumar. Kumar. Why, bro? Why do some Indians scare me? I don't know. You know, I don't know why. I mean, at least the ones here in America, you know. Some of them smell kind of funny. I don't know. Some of them look at you kind of funny. Some of them pretend they don't speak English when they do and try to play stupid with you, shortchange you. Some of them own like these gas stations. You know, some of them own these gas stations. No, it's not because of the media. Fuck the media. Just my experience, right? You know, I'm kind of being sarcastic a little bit. You know, lighten up a little bit. The media tells me to be scared. No. Um, I mean, I don't fundamentally have any problems with Indians, but you know, there's a lot of them in Canada and Ontario. Um, it's kind of artificial, right, to have a bunch of Indians in Canada. A lot of them own gas stations and pizza parlors and shit. And I don't know, it's like 50-50, right? Like some of them are cool, but some of them ain't so cool, right? No, I know. Everyone's gonna say, but what about other people? And hey, fair point, right? Duly noted. But I gotta say that the some of the Indians I have had negative experiences with. Some of them have been cool though, you know. So I don't think that we should prioritize Indian immigration. I guess. Um, but I don't have anything fundamentally wrong with Indians except for some of the country of India is basically uninhabitable. So I would be reluctant to just say fuck it. Let's let as many of these guys in as humanly possible. I'd want, you know, obviously the good ones to come in, right? Listening to this guy, it just shows you the American school system is a joke. Oh, listen, guys, if you think I'm uneducated or ignorant, then you're in for a fucking rude awakening. Now, am I going to say I went to the greatest high school in the world and I had the greatest educational upbringing? I'm not going to go that far, but comparative to the average American, oh, I'm fucking, you know, I'm borderline genius, you know. I'm not, but comparative to a lot of what they call high school graduates nowadays, um, too dumb to know he's been conned, but just clever enough to chop a tree down. Well, I don't think you need to be very clever to chop a tree down. I mean, certainly you want to have a little bit of foresight about your surroundings and where the tree could potentially fall and how you're going to get it safely on the ground and what equipment you're going to use. But I don't think that really requires much cleverness. Um, and I don't know what have I been conned about? What have I been conned about? I mean, I know the Indians that I, you know, tend to associate with like own subways and shit, and they're always trying to fuck me over, try to fuck me out of portions and shit. They don't like taking the coupons at Subway, right? They participate in the coupon, but then they don't want to take it. Stingy fucks, right? At least here in Detroit, Metro Detroit, some stingy fucks, man. So I don't know. I hope that's not you, bro. I'm not saying it is, but you know, hey, I gotta be real with you, man. You know. I mean, fuck, dude. Some of the stingiest motherfuckers around where I live are Indians, bro. That own gas stations and subways, and um, it's just, you know, it's strange, man. It's strange shit, man. Like, why do you want to be stingy to me, right? Like, you know, but I guess you got to make your money, I guess. But fuck, you know, why does it got to be at my expense, right? And you know, another one of these questions, like I gotta ask people, because people don't like to keep it real, right? Like, if India is so great, why do you want to move away from it, right? Because I'm not like I'll be the first one to tell you, like America's fucked, right? Like America um, used to be a livable, functional country, but in a lot of parts of America, it's just simply not anymore. And yeah, I mean, I want to go to Paraguay and Argentina and all these other places, which I know there's, you know, shitholes everywhere, but um, the well, that's a good goal. I mean, a little tricky right now, but yeah, I mean, they used to let foreigners. They used to let foreigners join. The army used to. Um, you don't know about your history, bro. India was the wealthiest country in the world until it got pillaged by the British. Well, I'm not disputing that. I mean, but that doesn't negate the fact that India, in some parts of India, like people literally shit in the streets, like shit in the river, right? I mean, you're talking about a river full of shit, right? I mean, if India was so great, you wouldn't have so many Indians in Ontario and the United States. I mean, fuck, you know, I mean, let's just call a spade here, guys. I mean, you know, am I saying that Indian people are bad? Right. Well, certainly not all of them, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves, right? Right. I mean, I'm sure India probably was livable back in the day, right? But not very many parts now. I mean, clearly. I mean, based off the video, unless I'm just seeing the wrong videos and talking to the wrong people, yeah, India's in a lot of trouble, man. It's probably the most polluted country in the world. You know, they literally have rivers full of shit, right? Like people defecated in the rivers, right? Like, I mean, you know, like fuck, dude. You know, is the British partly responsible for that? Probably, but you know, I don't know what the fuck that's got to do with today. You know, modern science comes from the Middle East. Yeah, probably. I mean, probably comes from fucking Greece, right? Greece is in the Middle East or close to it. Well, it's technically in Europe, but you know, I get what you're saying, though. I mean, but I'm not just gonna sit here and pretend that fucking India is paradise or something. I mean, yeah, I'll go check it out if old homeboy says there's a nice fucking part of India, for sure. You know, put it on the bucket list. You know, I'm more interested right now though in exploring the West, but yeah, I mean, if I can migrate my way there, fuck, you know, I'm not. Like I said, dude, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. You know, energy to give a fuck. Holy fuck, Greece is in the Middle East. I mean, it's in proximity, right? I mean, it's not like fucking Greece is that far from Africa or the Middle East. I mean, it's fucking right next door, dude. I mean, obviously it's in Southern Europe, but let's not pretend that the Greeks and the Persians have not been in fucking countless wars. Yeah, Southeast Europe, right? Well, Southeast Europe is right by the fucking Middle East, dude. I mean, what are we smoking here? Because I guarantee whatever you're smoking is not as good as what I'm smoking. And yeah, dude, Greece isn't that far from the Middle East. Georgia, Armenia, the Caucasus Mountains, right? Caucasus Mountains. Um, yeah, Turkey. It's not that far, dude. But you know, in my personal opinion, I mean, this might offend some people, but fuck it, right? I would personally, at this point, I think the United States should just drop a bomb on the Middle East and just be done with it. If you want me to be truthful with you, I mean, um, you know, at this point, I mean, it's costing the United States so many trillions of dollars and resources and lives, and it's like for what, you know? Yeah, I mean, okay, you know, fuck it. It's all the same to me, dude. You know, it's not the West, bro. The West is where it's at. The Western Hemisphere is where the fuck it's at. And, you know, Southeast Europe looks a hell of a lot like the Middle East nowadays, dude. All of Europe looks like the Middle East nowadays. So to me, it's like, what the fuck's the difference, dude? Europe looks like Africa and the Middle East now, dude. It's totally been invaded. 80% of the countries in Europe are cucked, bro. They're committing fucking genocide against their own people, dude. Um, so I I don't know, dude. I mean, it's not somewhere I want to be. Maybe Poland. Poland, I've heard, is pretty nice, and Austria, and you know, there's still parts of Europe that aren't cocked, but like France and Britain and Germany, oh fuck no. Greece, fuck no, dude. The Middle East, like, no, that's a joke, bro. That's a fucking joke. But you know, Southeast Asia, I like Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Singapore. But yeah, I don't think the Middle East, bro, is where it's at, bro. I don't think India is, you know, quite where it's at. But I'm sure there's nice parts in every fucking country, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna go explore it, you know. Just because there's a place in India where people don't shit in the streets doesn't mean that the majority of people that live in India. I mean, I've seen the videos, bro. I mean, I've seen the pollution. I mean, it's unfucking. It's hard to comprehend, right? How polluted certain parts of the world are. Um, I'm not from India. I'm from Scotland. Well, Scotland's a first world nation, right? But you know, I know Ireland's getting cocked. I know Scotland's probably. I don't know. Scotland's probably too small of a country to get fucked or to get cocked, but it probably might be cocked too, though. I mean, oh, Britain's cocked. I know. You know, the British Isles by and large are cocked, and you know, it looks like Iraq in some spots. Some spots it's unlivable, right? And you know, getting stabbed with a fucking knife by someone yelling Allah Akbar. You know, like I said, no go zones in Sweden and shit, right? I mean, do I need to say more about the state of Europe? Europe's fucked, dude. I mean, unless I'm just missing something, the majority of Europe is pretty much unlivable at this point. Just like the United States, I mean, there's no difference fundamentally. I mean, all of the West, all of the first world countries essentially are just becoming just unlivable, degenerate shitholes. So, you know, Argentina's looking better day in and day out. It's looking better and better. Or better yet, fucking Paraguay. Get away from everybody, everything in Paraguay. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they have Natty Daddy in Paraguay, but I'll have to find the Natty Daddy equivalent. Right. In the Dominican Republic, it's Presidente. That is the beer of Dominican Republic. Tastes like shit. Tastes like just it's horrible. But yeah, that right there is big money, big titties. Triple G's. No saggy either. I mean, it's hard to believe. Um, but some are just built like that. And with that, I say sayonara. Well, I guess we can smoke a fatty and finish our natty daddy with you before we call it a night. Appreciate the engagement, everybody. I appreciate you tuning in to the channel. I appreciate your comments. Room temperature IQ. I mean, yeah, you know, we can't all be smart like you. We can't all be smart like the Scottish, right? Although I am about, I'm from the British Isles, dude. You know, I don't know. I don't know, buddy. Must not be too bad of an IQ if you're comprehending what I'm saying and you're still tuned into my channel. You know, but yeah, Scotland sounds like an all right place, but Sounds like it's getting kind of cocked though. I mean, Britain's cocked. I mean, Britain's like totally. I mean, you can get arrested for thought crime, in Great Britain. So, bit of a spazzy. I don't know what the fuck is a spaz. What's a spazzy, bro? Why are you throwing all these big words at me, bro? I'm starting to take it as disrespect. You better watch your mouth and help me with the sale. No, that's from a movie, 40-Year-Old Virgin. You ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin? He doesn't even know that Scotland is Britain. Yeah, it's called the British Isles, bro. You know, um, but you got Wales, right? You got Scotland. You got Ireland. You got what's that? Northern Ireland. You got a lot of. You got a lot of good shit going on there, but Britain, the United Kingdom, is cocked. England is cocked. England is a cocked country. I mean, am I wrong? Is Britain not cocked, bro? Is Britain not just being dominated by fucking garbage? I mean, Scotland is the United Kingdom, you fanny. Right, the United Kingdom encompasses all of it, bro. That's the united part, right? The United Kingdom. You sound like a fucking wanker, bro. That's what you sound like. You sound like you're one of them fuckers from Wales, bro. You know. You sound like you're from fucking Wales, bro. It's not cocked. Well, I mean, I don't know, dude. Andrew Tate is from England and he says it's cocked. So, a lot of people from England that I know, they say it's fucking cocked over there, bro. I mean, America's cocked too, bro. Like, I'm not just singling you out. Like, the whole West is cocked. Poland isn't cocked. Hungary's not cocked. Well, I mean, not that. Oh, come on, dude. I mean, not that it must be true, but I mean, have you presented any argument or reason to believe that it's not? Are you telling me that all of my sources are just completely fucking wrong and England's a utopia and it's all white and clean and safe and there's not knife attacks and acid attacks and fucking Muslim gang rapes going on constantly and the police covering it up and Tommy Robinson's just full of shit and Nigel Farage is just full of shit and it's utopia? I mean, yeah, but what parts of England are you talking about? You're not in fucking Luton, right? I'm from this country and it lies. So you're telling me this? What the fuck are you trying to tell me right now, you motherfucker? Listen up, you motherfucking Scot, right? You're trying to tell me that Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson and all of these Englishmen. What's that? What's the dude's name? Well, we got Black Pigeon Speaks. Who else do we got? We got what? Was it Sargon of Akkad or something? We got all these fucking people, right? Laura Southern, right? We have all these people. Paul Joseph Watson, and you're just telling me all of these people are just completely and utterly full of shit. That there is not even a tidbit of truth to what they're saying. I'm not worried about getting knifed. Yeah, but what kind of community do you live in though? I mean, you're from Scotland. I mean, I would assume like mainland Britain, right, is going to be a lot more cocked than, you know, Scotland or Wales or fuck. I mean, you got Cocaine Connor running for fucking president of Ireland, right? I mean, the fact that people of Ireland would consider voting for Cocaine Connor, right? Because Cocaine Connor is the only one willing to talk about the invasion. I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy. You know? No. I go all over England with my work. I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know, dude. You'd have to show me, motherfucker, like I said. Because, you know, I think what you're partaking in is confirmation bias. I think you live a privileged life. And, you know, uh, I don't know, dude. I think you're full of shit, bro. I think you're full of shit. You know, if the people of Ireland are considering voting for Cocaine Conor McGregor, Cocaine Conor, dude, if you're voting for Cocaine Conor, like that's fucking shit must be bad over there, bro. You know, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. You got me. Scotland is mainland Britain. Well, now you're just throwing too many words at me because now you're saying Britain and we're really talking United Kingdom and England and, you know, bro, you are being lied to. Well, I'm just going to have to take your word for it, bro. I'm going to take your word for it. Hi, Cove P2M. What's going on? How's it going? We got Cocaine Connor. We're talking about Cocaine Connor McGregor. About he's going to be the president of Ireland. We're talking about Britain. I am from Chile. There you go. A real country. There we go. Real men. They live in Chile. Better than England. That's for sure. England's cocked. We were just talking about England being cocked, right? Chile's not cocked. Chile doesn't put up with degenerates. How's Chile? How is Chile? Chile's still on good. Chile's on good terms with America. They just voted in a right winger. So we'll see what happens in Chile. But Argentina 2.0, we can only hope so. Obviously, without the crazy motherfucker with the mutton chops and the chainsaw, because that's a little bit too much theatrics for my likings. But, you know, fine, all good is a beautiful country. Yeah, I got to go check it out, dude. I mean, really, you know, my wife and I, we've been eyeing South America for quite some time. And, you know, we've been to Colombia. And, no, I'm not from England. I'm from the United States. Our boy Rab Frost 3743. He's from Scotland, right? I'm Scottish descent, Irish and Scottish descent. But he's from over there in the British Isles, and I was, you know, we're having an argument about if the United Kingdom is cocked, right? Because I don't know what you've heard about what's been going on in England, but there's some talks about, you know, Muslim gangs and knife attacks and acid attacks and gang rapes and, you know, many parts of England just being completely unlivable and just taken over by radical jihadists. Um, we've heard a lot about that, but he's saying it's all bullshit. It's all propaganda. Complete and total propaganda is what he's saying. So we were kind of joking, kind of discussing that back and forth. But no, I'm from the United States. I'm from the state of Michigan. Michigan. Or as the locals call it, Michigan. And I'm from the most corrupt city in the state of Michigan, Wayne, Michigan, the city of Wayne, Michigan. But yeah, Chile, we've been eyeballing it for quite some time. Argentina, Chile, Paraguay. Um, but yeah, Chile, we've wanted to check out for a long time. Check it out. So might have to. Got a good passport, good international relations. So we will see. Michigan, the Midwest, the Great Lakes region. Physically a beautiful state, but just very corrupt and unjust. But spazzy. Oh, you shut your fucking sock, buddy. You know what? You shut your fucking sock. Okay, that's what we call it in the hood. That's what we call it in Montcalm County. We say shut your fucking sock. Your sock is your mouth. So if you ain't got nothing nice to say, spazzy, you can shut your sock, or as I like to call it to you British fucking cigarettes, right? We like to say shut your soup sore, shut your fucking soup sore. Okay, why do some people say that? I don't fucking know, to be honest with you, but you're just a feisty one tonight, huh? Feisty motherfucker. That's okay. I love you too, even though you're from Scotland. But these blue eyes come from Scotland, so room temperature IQ, yeah, yeah. It's not what your mom said, bitch. Koba, wow. In May, I go to Washington and New York. Hell yeah, bro. You talking Washington D.C. or Washington State? Washington State is where it's at. Northern Michigan's pretty nice. I mean, it's cold as fuck right now. Um, but yeah, dude, NY, it's all right. Think you can do better. I think you can do better. I don't understand you all. Here in Chile is Spanish. Yeah, I mean, I understand. We can't all speak Montuckian because that's where I'm from. I'm from Montcalm County, Michigan. Originally, that's where I was born and raised. Um, and so I speak a dialect called Montuckian. Um, and so basically, it's kind of a mix of hillbilly and redneck and, southern. It's kind of southern, even though it's in the Midwest. Um, so yeah, I don't have the best English. I speak very broken English. Tax the rich, eat Elon Musk. Why do you want to eat a grown man, dude? Now you're just talking gay shit, right? We're having this conversation, bro, and then all of a sudden you want to eat another grown man. What the fuck? This isn't a cannibalism show, bro. This isn't cannibalism hour. I know I might have the Jeffrey Dahmer Versace fucking glasses, but that does not mean that we support cannibalism. So we're gonna have to, you know, renounce your citizenship to the United States or to Scotland. I mean, really, bro. You want to eat another grown man? That's kind of gay, bro. It's kind of gay. Kind of suspect. Tax the rich. Time to tax the rich. I mean, okay, and then what? Give the money to parasitic government employees and let them pillage through it? I mean, like, yeah, on paper, tax the rich, right? But, and then do what with the money, right? Because the government's, I don't believe there's ever been an example of the government being efficient and being cost effective with money. I don't think it's actually possible for the government to do such a thing. So I don't know, dude. I mean, it was kind of like, yeah, tax the rich, but then what? And it's, it sounds great on paper, I guess, but um, I don't know, bro. You got more faith in the system than I do. Did the U.S. go to the moon? I don't know. Did they? I think so. Pretty sure they did. That's what I was told, but do that again for a laugh. Hold on, bro. I gotta take a piss real quick, bro. I gotta go pee pee, bro. This is the pee pee hour. You're tuned in the after hours show. Welcome. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay in the good old USA. And I hope we were able to bring you immense joy to your day. Of course, I gotta go smoke a fatty and not eat more of this pizza because it's gonna make me shit like a horse tomorrow. But that's okay. That is okay. Because as we all know, I have a horse ass. And I love to use it. I love to. But, oh, fuck. Oh, man, I gotta go cut some trees down tomorrow. Never even washed his hands. Yeah, but I never touched my wiener, though. Right? I have a system down to where I don't actually have to touch my wiener. So if I didn't touch the wiener, then why would I wash my hands? A fascist now. I mean, now you're just talking that nigga bullshit. Okay. I'm just gonna be frank with you, bro. You're talking that nigga bullshit right now. And I don't really appreciate it. A fascist? I mean, that's really pushing it, bro. Really, truly pushing it. I thought we could agree to disagree. I thought we could even be friends. And no, that's unfortunate. A fascist? I mean, bro, what if you sit down to pee though? Like, what if you sit down to pee and or what if you don't even have a penis, bro? What if you just sit down to pee? You got a vagina and you never touch it. Why would you got to wash your hands? If you just touch your pants and that's it. I mean, I don't understand the logic, bro. Room temperature IQ. That's what I'm gonna respond with. Room temperature IQ. Yo, Rabfra, we are kind of on the same side, but choose your words more careful. You're convincing no one with this attitude. No, I think he's just fucking around. Omega Delta 594. I think he's just trolling. I don't think he's like, I don't think he's being. He's being kind of serious, but he's kind of joking. You know. He's just being a funny fuck, dude. He ain't. You know. He's not. He's not a problem. He's our biggest. He's our biggest fan. Oh my god, his dick is tiny. Damn, bro, that sounds gay. Why are you talking about guys' dicks and shit, bro? Swastika tats. I mean, you're the one that just said bomb Israel. And you're calling me a fascist and shit. You said nuke Israel. That's what you said. That was your comment. You said nuke Israel. Did the U.S. go to the moon? Do that again before he left? Okay. You need to shake and wipe, you utter Nazi. I took you to the toilet and showed it to you? Damn, dude. That is remarkable. You know, that confirms I must have dementia, dude. I don't remember that. I don't remember that one, dude. But I think you should definitely. Do they have counselors over there in Scotland? Do they believe in that, or do they got universal health care over there? Some set of tits on you too. You like that? You like these titties, bro? You like that shit, bro? I hope it impressed you, you know. I'd feel real disheartened if it didn't impress you. You know, that's why I got out of bed, bro. I'm trying to impress you. I mean, really, you're all that I think about, to be honest with you, bro. I know me and you don't always see eye to eye as fellow Scottish men, but you're all I think about, boo. Oh, yeah. I'm not Scottish. No, that's a damn lie, bro. I took ancestry, bro. And I'm definitely 100%. Well, not 100%. I'm about 2/3 Scottish and Irish. And a little bit of Norwegian. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're just going to have to hold on a second. You fucking weapon? What's the capital of Scotland? Your mama's pussy. That's the capital of Scotland, you motherfucker. Your mama's pussy. That's the capital. Your mama's pussy and ass. That's the capital. The capital is it's cold as fuck outside. You see that shit? You see this shit? It's cold as fuck. Name one city in Scotland. Well, that's easy, bro. Because you said it yourself. Scotland is part of the United Kingdom, and Liverpool is a city in the United Kingdom. So I'm going to say Liverpool. We're going to say Liverpool. And, yeah. I mean, really, though, the capital of Scotland is your mama's pussy and your mama's ass. I mean, everybody knows that. Oh, there was a video of Cops, right? The TV show Cops. There was a video
where this hillbilly like dude from like Kentucky or West Virginia, he got arrested by the police, and the police said something, and he said something about his mama's ass, his mama's pussy. He said, but it was great. It was a great fucking scene. And I've been trying to find it on YouTube for years, but he's like, eat your mama's pussy. Eat your mama's ass. And he's saying that to the cop, and he's drunk as fuck, and it's just amazing. Liverpool, the best city in Scotland. Well, I know it is. I mean, clearly. If I said so, it must be true, bro. It must be true, guys. But thank you for concurring that Liverpool is the best city in Scotland. Well, I know Dan Pena owns a castle there. And Dan Pena is rich as fuck. And he's got a 12-inch dick flaccid. So, I mean, there is that. I mean, Scotland does have that going for it. Dan Pena with his 12-incher flaccid. No, well, Scotland's in England. You said it yourself. So, by extension, Liverpool is a city in Scotland, bro. You get nugget? Come on, bro. See, you're not even the good type of English either, bro. You know, see, my ancestry can be traced back. Oh, no, you did. Now you're just being a cock. Now you're just being a queer, bro. Scotland is in Britain. No, bro. United Kingdom, it's all one country, pussy. Quit spreading misinformation. Because you're probably really just a Mexican. That's the thing. You're probably just a dirty Mexican talking shit. Talking that bullshit. But that's okay. Shout out to our Mexicans. We love our Mexicans. We do love our Mexicans. How smart am I? Well, I've never had my IQ officially measured. I did score a 70 on the ASVAB. I had a 114 GT score, general technical score, 114, so above average intelligence, but not, I've never considered myself smart per se. I would say I'm above average, definitely, but I don't think I'm that smart. Well, the average IQ in America, if you're talking about American white, is about 95 to 100. So 99 or 98, I believe. 95 to 105, somewhere in there is the average for a white American male. I slightly exceed that. 110, 115. Somewhere in there, if I had to estimate. Probably more towards 110 with all the traumatic brain injuries that I've had and all the CBD that I've smoked on and all the blows to the head and all that shit. Yeah. I would say somewhere in there. Bro, you are deaf below that. You are about 70. Yeah, I mean, I'd say probably eventually, right? Eventually, when I'm like 103, I might be there. But no, now you're just talking shit, right? Somalians have a higher. Somalians, it's about 65 or 70. So basically, what you're saying is I'm Somalian, and that's fucked up, bro. I mean, that's something that the average Somalian IQ is 65, I believe. So I'm just above a Somalian. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's put a poll out here. So we have a question. Is my IQ above 70? So in other words, am I smarter than a Somalian? Am I smarter than a Somalian? That is the question. We have 2 votes in, 50-50. That is the arms race we were looking for. Damn, my insanely fat blunt has extinguished. And no, I'm not smoking a fag. Okay, for our British friend. Rabfra 3743. Yeah, we're not smoking a fag like you do. Well, because you are actually a fag. But that's okay. We love fags too. We love the fags. And of course, when we say the word fags, we're talking about a British cigarette. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Damn, that's some good shit. Smoking the devil's lettuce. No, we don't smoke the devil's lettuce. We don't smoke the devil's lettuce. We don't even know what that is. Yeah, well, no, I think what happened, honestly, I think I probably rolled a stem in that motherfucker. And just one of them little hard ass stems. Oh, it'll smoke your balls to have to rip that, right? It's like people don't even understand how blessed they are with the cannabis they have nowadays, right? The cannabis of the past, right? Seeds galore and stems galore, right? And fucking leaves galore. Yeah, it used to be so shitty. Smoking the people's lettuce. Yeah, I concur with that. I think that's I think that's more accurate. Yeah, the people's lettuce, you know. That is accurate. Fuck the queen, she's deed. Okay. Well, that wasn't very nice, buddy. That wasn't very nice. Cold as fuck here in Wayne, Michigan. In lower southeastern Michigan, cold as fuck. We have got to get Zook Pond done, or this pile. So basically, we're doing Zook Pond over here, the first body of water ever in the city of Wayne, Michigan, and we're doing a big old pond back here, and that pile right there is what's left of the debris that the trees, right? Dead trees, broken branches. I mean, it looked like something had happened in this property. It's like people were camping. We found all sorts of stuff. So we've been cleaning it out gradually. We're trying to clean out the entire property, the forest and all, every crevice of this property. We want to clean it out, and we want to, enhance the forest, plant some river birches and some other species, and really bring this place back. But we needed the space, and that's what we're going to be cutting up for firewood, chopping up, splitting up. But yeah, we have to get rid of that pile right there. And then there's a little pile in the back over here. You can see it behind the trampoline there. We got those two piles. And then there's another pile in the back here, past the drain that we have to start. We have to, the drain commission, the Wayne County Drain Commission will come back out and clean up the rest of the drain, but they got to be able to access it. So we've been clearing those trees out and pushing that tree line back along the drain more, and we really opened up the property. And Zook Pond's going to be a great enhancement to the ecosystem and to the wetland as a whole. And we can thank John Zook Jr. And his family, and as always, keep them in your prayers. And it's it doesn't need to continue. What the city of Wayne has engaged in, and the way they treated some people, it doesn't need to continue. And as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't continue, and we can't allow it to continue any longer. And But we fight the good fight one day at a time. Let's read the comments here. Yeah, but she's a pedo. Who? The queen? Which queen? Queen of England? They all hate except for the queen. And even the queen was a hoe once upon a time. They're all hoes. Okay. But, bro, does that bit between your tits smell like smell like prawn cocktail? No, bro, it's just tit dirt. All right? That's not Mickey Mouse. That's just tit dirt. And if you don't know what that means, well then, you're a wanker. If you don't know what the fuck that means, then you are a wanker. Okay? Do you know what a wanker is? Here, let's put a new poll up here, guys. Let's put a new poll. Well, I guess we can't do a new poll, can we? Or yeah, we can. Start a poll. There we go. Is Rabfra a wanker? Is he a wanker? That's the question. Here's the new question. Calm down, Eddie the Eagle. Damn, dude. You're just a savage, buddy. But yeah, we got to figure out, is Rabfra a wanker? A wanker. I mean, yeah, basically. Well, yeah, what's a wanker? Tell us, Rabfra, what's a wanker? Hey, I got to get my iPhone. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you exactly what a fucking wanker is. Tell you exactly what the fuck a wanker is. Can I get the iPhone over here? Yeah. We're talking to Rabfra. Is Rabfra a wanker? 2 votes. He's a wanker. Damn. That's not good news for Rabfra. Rabfra is on the voting block. Voted. He called himself a wanker. Damn, that's fucked up. Wanker. British slang. Let's look this shit up. Wanker, a person who wanks. UK, Australia, New Zealand, slang, pejorative. An idiot, a stupid, annoying, or infectual person. UK, Australia, someone who shows off too much, a poser, someone who is overly self-satisfied. Yeah. So that's what you're admitting to? Rabfra, 3 votes. Wanker. Well, the jury's in, man. I mean, we got to call a spade, of course. So we have 3 votes. And of course, I'm going to vote as well that Rabfra is indeed a wanker. A self-admitted wanker. No. See, there he goes with that gay shit again, guys. There he goes with it. It's a person who plays with his or others' penises. No, bro, that's not what it is. We just read the definition. Let's read it off again. Because this wanker doesn't understand. A person who wanks, right? Well, what's wanking, man? Jerk it off, huh? So you like to jerk off. You're a sick fuck, bro. I mean, it's okay to jerk off, but you know, you're just gay about it, bro. That's not what we're trying to promote on this channel, sir. This is a family PG, for all ages broadcast. Admitting you're a wanker. Yeah, but he didn't really admit it though, because he didn't use the full definition, right? Because it's all about context, right? That's what the English language is all about. And he didn't use it in the context in which we're using it. He didn't define it in the context in which we're using the word, right? Because we're not using it. We're not here to talk about penises, right? He's here talking about penises and shit. So that's just what's fucking wild to me. Is like, the other definitions of it, right? This is UK, right? An idiot, a stupid, annoying person. UK. Someone who shows off too much, a poser. Someone who is overly self-satisfied. Well, again, throwing too many fucking words at me. So let's type that in. Marked by excessive complacency or self-satisfaction, contented to a fault with oneself or one's actions. So here we have the official definition. In this context, though, guys, we're clearly asking, is Rabfra an idiot, a stupid, annoying, or infectual person? And so far, the answer is 4 votes to 0. 4 votes to 0. So, I mean, we have some explaining to do from this, sir. I mean, because really we're at the point, sir, where, you're kind of like scaring people out of the group with your homoeroticism, right? And we just can't, condone that, right? I mean, go be homoerotic on your own time, right? We don't need that hanging around, right? So now he voted himself no, or we have a new voter. What's wrong with being a homo? Thought you loved gay people. Well, no, I don't love people because they're gay. That sounds pretty gay. But no, I don't love people because they are gay. That just sounds gay. So, no. Really, what the point is, though, is there something wrong with being a homo? Well, kinda. I mean, how do I say? It shouldn't be promoted, right? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be pushed upon children. It shouldn't be pushed like. It shouldn't be something that is promoted, and it is like. It's weird, right? It's just weird in general for people to be like overtly
homo, right? Like homo is like, again, we're using it in the context of an annoying person, right? You said you love being around gay people. No, that's probably you thinking that about yourself, but projecting it upon me. You know, I think that you're very sexually confused, my friend, and shit, that's funny. I know people like you, and they always end up getting caught with a cock in their mouth. Yeah, I mean maybe their own cock, right? But you know, that's about the only cock that's going to be in their mouth is their own, right? But I mean that's kind of impressive if you think about it, right? Like that's kind of like, damn, well, that's what people that's what the people deserve, right? That's what the people deserve. They deserve somebody who's not afraid to tell a wanker he's a wanker. Is it gay to soak your own cock? To suck it? I don't know. To suck it? Is it gay? Boy, that's a good question, isn't it? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, if you're a guy and you're sucking a penis, like, that's gay. Even if it's your own penis, that's still gay, obviously. So yeah, that would in fact be gay. You know, I guess it's not the same level of gay, because I guess the silver lining in that scenario is at least it was your own, right? So basically, you have a long enough penis to suck your own penis. So kudos, congratulations to you, right? I mean, I guess that would be a positive scenario for somebody. But yeah, I mean, I would say yeah, that's definitely gay for sure, for sure. So I mean, are there worse things in the world than being gay? Oh, for sure. Um, you know, there's nothing like, I guess, it's not like murder, right? It's not like, you victimize somebody and, you know, it's like a victimless thing, right? Like, so no, I don't. But again, I don't think most people have a problem with people being gay. I don't think most of Americans do. And certainly, like growing up in like rural America, nobody cared like that two women were bisexual. Definitely not. But I don't really recall anyone really giving a fuck. Who you fuck. You know. But some people care about that stuff, right? Like our boy Rabfra, who you know 5 votes are in. Rabfra 3743 is pretty is pretty much confirmed, because my vote. So if it was 6 votes, it'd be 4-2. So right now it's 4-2 in favor of Rabfra being a wanker. And then his next gay question: but what about having a wank then? Is that gay? So I think I understand what you're saying is it gay to have a penis? And the answer to that is, of course, no. It's gay for asking that question, though. So with that, I hate to break it to you, but it is your last. Your last strike, bro. We're playing baseball. We're playing baseball, and we're drinking Natty Daddy. And yeah, we definitely don't want wankers hanging around. You know, he's asking things that are so gay. That is it gay? But what about having a wank? Is that gay? Well, he's saying the word gay too much, so we're gonna have to. We're gonna make him a moderator. See how he wanks it. See if he can handle the wanking. No, we're gonna remove him as the moderator. No, we're just kidding. nah, we ain't doing shit with you. Are you launching me? No, we were gonna make you moderator, or we're gonna launch you. We don't know. It's one or the other. It's like I said. There's still time. The live stream's still continuing. So I mean, the night's still young. This natty daddy is not empty, and so when this natty daddy is empty, then the video must end. I'm gonna throw you your own live. I'm gonna throw you out your own live stream. Yeah, see, that's wanker shit right there. See, that's the ultimate wanker move. And boy, we was just like, I guess we got to put you in timeout, dude. I don't know. That's what it says. Or we got to pin your message. Yeah, but you're wanking it too hard, bro. You're not wanking it hard enough, though, bro. Like you're pussyfooting it, bro. You're half stepping it, bro. You got to double time that wank, bro. This is amateur. This isn't amateur hour, bro. If you're listen, this goes for anybody. If we're talking amateur hour, guys, then we're just gonna call it a day for you, right? Because we don't want wankers hanging around. Wankers are a stupid or an idiot or annoying person, right? That's like a Myal Petford, right? Myal Petford, he's a wanker. That's why he ain't wanking around here anymore. That's our boy Pat. Was our boy, and then he fucked around and he found out. So Pat is no longer with us, and amen to that. Amen to that. But, and this is a big but, here comes Eddie the Eagle. Look at the tits. Yeah. I mean, I got a little titty action. I'm not going to lie. It's been a minute since I hit the gym. But here's the thing, though. I can hit the gym and lose weight and get in shape. And you rap for a wanker, bro. That's not good, bro. The community has voted. And we just don't have the patience for wankers. Can you squeeze them together for me and blow a kiss at the same time? See, that's that gay shit we're talking about. Again, as we're clearly documenting, That's that gay shit. You know, and there's only so much tolerance that we have for that gay shit, right? So, unfortunately, we got to put you in timeout, bro. You know, we're fair though. We'll put you in timeout, and then if you're still being a wanker, then if you're still being a wanker, then you know we're gonna have to look at other options. Unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing you, Chumpzilla. It's Chumpzilla. Chumpzilla. Well, I guess we got to talk about. We got to put another poll out. Fair enough. Don't commit the crime if you can't do the time. I mean, there's got to be a crime to commit, though, right? Like, you know, I agree, right? Like, but I mean, when there's nothing spelled out in, you know, law, right? Well, then there's no crime that could legally be committed. So, and it's it's an interesting times that we're in. You know, so. Interesting times. You lived in a city less than 2 years and you've had to sue them like 5 or 6 times. You're like, damn. You gotta sue them to get a FOIA. You know, that's fucking crazy. Like, so every time you want a FOIA, you gotta spend at least $400. So, okay. I mean, you know, they'll get your court costs. Like I said, I got something for you. That's what I told them. I told them from day one. I said, I got something for you guys. You guys want to keep violating my 4th and my 14th Amendment and treating my fucking rights like it's a joke and shit. Well, okay. Do what you're gonna do. But I'm gonna try my damnness. I'm gonna try my damnness to unwank this situation that has been thrown in my life. Right? I mean, May 9th was, like I said, the ultimate 4th Amendment violation. Well, arguably, you could say March 28, 2024, the current lawsuit that we have. That is just, I mean, really, I mean, it's a continuation of March 28th. So, you know, so I don't see how the hell we're not going to get an injunction at this point. Damn. That's fucked up, man. What's that, Poppy? Taco? Cocoa Pebbles.
you ever milked a cow before, bro? Mm-mm. Negative. Except your mom. What does Wanker say? Bet you could milk a cow with your arse cheeks. Well, that sounds like you got a tight asshole, so I'll take that. That's what that sounds like. It sounds like so you have a really tight asshole if you can milk a cow with it. Wow. I'll take a tight asshole over a loose one, I guess. Shit. I'll take a tight asshole any day of the week. Well, I bet you can butt chug a fag with your asshole. Well, there you go, talking that gay shit again, though. You know, so I mean, I'm noticing a theme with you, bro. any whore. So we got rid of the wanker. So, yeah, I mean, it was just getting too gay. Way too suspect. And, you know, like I said, we certainly don't want to, like, kill someone because they're gay or anything, or want to do harm to anyone because they like whatever they like. But degeneracy, it just gets to the point where it's just like, yeah, that's too much degeneracy for me. I can't deal with that wanker shit. But Big Mike Audit, what up? But yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a way to end the night, eh? Get rid of a wanker. And, you know, I don't know, them Cocoa Pebbles are good as fuck. Um, but, yeah, don't do drugs, people. Especially people under the age of 25. It's not worth it. Like when you're 40 and you have like scoliosis or something, or sciatica, or, you know, a serious spinal stenosis or something. It's like a spinal condition. Arthritis. PTSD. Something like that. You know, maybe you need a substance to cope with the trauma. But, you know, it'll all be okay. But I'm going to have a good night. You guys take care and we'll talk.